because this was a concern. If you recall from last week, we cut these pieces of plastic huge. They were way too big. So what I've done is I had a little flat saw like this. You can buy this. You should probably, if you're going to do very many models, it's good to have one of these on hand anyway. Bought it at Hobby Lobby. All I did was I came in like this, and then just cut that plastic off. And then I ended up actually cutting at a pretty severe angle like this. So this part of the saw would not hit the die cast, and then you have an angle cut. See how that would be at an angle there? I don't want that angle, so I came out here at a severe angle, but still kept my saw level, and I just cut that off. And that's all I did. It's really, really simple. And this does cut styrene well. So I did that on both sides, and that's how I got them to size. Next, I came in with body paste, glazing putty, and I put that, kind of smeared that in any of the gaps and creaks, whatever crevices I had. And then, as you can see, I sanded it already with 150 grit sandpaper that was really pretty full of, I mean, it was already pretty wore, so I was not taking off more than I really wanted to, if that makes sense. So this would be the equivalent of maybe 200 or 250 after it's all said and done, because it's been used. But then that gives me a nice smooth finish here. Also came in over here with a, actually I just used a scissor. I trimmed it with a scissor, close like that, all the way around. And then again, 150 grit sandpaper. And actually the way I did this was I wrapped it around, where's my small file that I used? I went ahead and wrapped my file in the sandpaper, and then I came in like so, and then just sanded that smooth. After I had all this sanded on the edges, like so, I came in with just a piece of sandpaper over my finger, and then I rounded off those edges, because there's no sharp edges on these trucks, right? They're all kind of rounded off and smoothed over, really pretty. So that's what I did there. So where are we at tonight? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a round sanding drum, and we're actually going to cut out the curve right here for our front axle. I'm going to try and get it at an angle where you can rip. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. I can see, you can see, everyone can see. Going on the lowest setting so I don't get carried away and take out too much. There we go. And I'm getting a little too close to the front. Okay, one side is done.
Can you get those Dremel wheels in a smaller diameter?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've never looked. I don't really ever use them that often. So the question Paul had, can I get these in a smaller diameter? And I suppose you can. I don't know why. I mean, there's grinding wheels rather than sanding pads. But I've rarely ever used these, honestly. Let's just go ahead and see how we did. I don't know, guys. I think we need to take a little more off, don't you? That's not good enough, is it? We're going to do more. We have to get the curve right so we can put this on our frame, right? That's how we're going to do this. Okay. Here's the sanding drum I'm using right here. Okay. It's kind of one of those standard things that comes with your Dremel kit. That looks pretty good. Okay. I think we're going to be happy with this. Oh, that's better. Yeah. That's good. We like that here. We're happy in Dodge City for sure. A little more. Whoops, slipped. Turkey. Well, it wasn't a lot, but it was kind of. Okay. There we go. Does that look about even on both sides, guys? Tell me, what do you think? Okay, maybe got just into a little bit right here, a little more than I appreciate, but it's not awful. It's probably going to be all right. Okay, let's test run and see what we have. So we did the passenger side. Now we're looking at the driver's side. Ta-da. I'm digging that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to jack with that anymore. We're just going to leave it just like this. What I normally like to do at this point is I can already see a blem right here. I don't know if I can show you that well because it's not going to come into focus.
I'll just about see that.
Yeah. Well, you can kind of see a blem right here, a couple of blems. What I like to do is, even though I got a couple of blems, I'm going to clean this. I'm going to shoot some primer over it. That way, any other blemishes I can see all at once, and then I can go back and fix them. For some reason, and I just stand by this practice because it just seems to work for me, is once you look at this thing, you work on it, you think, wow, it's pretty good. Then you put your primer over it and like, holy crap, look at all the imperfections. So that's why I go ahead and put that primer on now. And then I can just fix everything all at once. So if I need to put body filler someplace or do some filing or something doesn't look right, I can give it attention all at one time rather than drag it out over a long period of time. Okay. So what I've got here is I'm just going to clean with good old-fashioned rubbing alcohol. I keep it in a mason jar. A lot of times I'm just throwing die-cast in there and then I pull it out. The rubbing alcohol removes all my fingerprints and just gets rid of all the junk. So we're just going to do that quick. Just give it a quick wipe down with rubbing alcohol. Then we're going to let it evaporate off, which I really like. That's cool.